Oh, holy smokes. Oh,
Good times.
good
Good
time.
times. Remember, I got this after Halloween on sale. I got blood on it.
Awesome. All right, we're live.
Hot cocoa in it.
Ooh.
Go game go. Hot cocoa. Ooh, that's what we need to market in the winter. We need to market Go Game Go Cocoa.
Go game go cocoa.
Go Game Go Cocoa.
Yeah. Either way, it's a winner.
So hello.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, how was your New Year?
My New Year was really cool. I was down in Florida, and my brother-in-law got fireworks, and we set them up on the beach, shot them, and then we were very
Did you hit anything?
we were very environmentally conscious and picked up all of our crap
That's good.
at the end and threw it in the trashola.
I thought you were saying then threw it right in the ocean.
Threw it in the ocean.
We picked
Take
it
it
all
away?
up and threw it right in the ocean.
Next thing I know, it's back on the beach. I'm like, what in the hell? Gosh,
Remember
I threw it out there so Jaws would eat it and get rid of it.
Remember when George Costanza was pretending to be a marine biologist? And there was that whale that got beached and he couldn't breathe, so George climbed up and pulled the golf ball out of his blowhole.
George.
That's hilarious. So I know you just watched that Astro Smash video. How'd you like that?
I did. I thought it was really cool. I thought it was really, really cool. Like, you gave me a little heads up as to what you enjoyed about it. And so, of course, I was conscious of those aspects, which number one was the graphics. Number two was, I think number two on your list about it was the music.
Yeah, and I know on one of the videos for Astro Smash, they had some music similar to that. Because I remember thinking, like, is this the real music? Or not? Because I hope they keep this because I really like this. Apparently it was. I guess they worked in some more music. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it looks like a blast. Literally.
I mean, when the whole screen fills up with those smaller asteroids and all coming down, the music is so dramatic. It's what a great scene that was.
Raining terror. And then it was really wild. Then soon after that, the boss comes up and it's that huge, massive meteor.
What was in there? Was there a UFO in there? Or was there an alien in there? It's hard to tell.
In there.
Okay.
He was green.
Stereotypical.
Oh! So I'm going to go down and invade Earth. And that's like go with like a basic green. Good God, everybody does green. What? Anything else? Nope. I think it really goes well. You know, the purple shade of my eyes, and it's going to pop. It's going to pop. Why do you think so many other aliens do it?
That's right.
That's what they would say.
That's like when Andy Travis took over at WKRP as program director. They asked what the new format was going to be, and he said rock and roll. And they pointed out, they said, well, everybody's doing that. And he goes, well, why do you think that is?
Yeah. That's it. That's it exactly.
Papa Pete is editing while he's watching. Are you editing a 125 video?
Maybe he's editing our video. I gotta cut that out. That was stupid. Stuart said something again. Shut up.
It takes our show down to about 10 minutes. I was watching Pete today play video pinball on the Atari.
Shut up.
He got 1.4 million
gigawatts
by exploiting that left. I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a little column.
Yeah.
There's a number in it, and if you keep going up and up, I didn't realize. I know it went from 1 to 9 to flip. I didn't realize that at the end when you lose the ball, Did you get something like 40,000 for each time you went through there? I didn't know that. That's crazy.
And man, that's so cool. That's a great memory. Yeah, we used to work that angle like crazy. Loved it.
It's the only pinball game I can think of where nudge is more important than flippers.
Mm-hmm.
You spend the whole time just kind of guiding that ball wherever you want it to go, but you can't go too far, otherwise the whole thing just shuts down.
You know, that was one of the earliest uses of the Force in a video game. This is exactly what it was like. It's like, how can I bend reality? You will not go in there. You must go back down.
I got to turn this light on. It's so dark in here. I got terrible light.
It's too bright in my room. I need to douse the lights a little bit.
Douse the light.
Yeah. The bigot, the Christmas bigot. That's what they just should call that. Not Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer anymore. It should be called the Christmas bigot.
Douse that light.
Yeah, I'm ashamed of you, daughter. I thought you'd know better. Well, I thought you wouldn't be a bigot. So, quit looking at my kid like he's some kind of freak. He's gonna reign over everybody later. He's gonna be the reason Christmas makes it, bro. Chill out.
Huh? Did our video not start on time? Huh?
Weird.
Now we're gonna have to wait and find out. See, this is what Pete could edit for us.
Who says he hasn't?
I think he edited out the start.
I think he's telling us that so when we see his edited version, we're like, hey, there was a lot more before that.
I swear this video was a lot funnier when we first recorded it.
I've often said that, though. I really wish that there was an easy editing system so that when you buy the movies that you kind of like, you can just edit out all the little things, you know? Like when it comes to Transformers 2, I just take out all the people and just, you know, especially the part where the mom gets high off of a brownie. That's just got to go. That's got to go.
You remember in sitcoms when that was all the rage? Like every show was doing that, where they'd have like cookies, or it happened on Barney Miller, happened on Taxi.
Hey, Bon. Mushy, mushy.
Yes. Mushy, mushy.
I love that.
Oh, and another one was it was on Cheers, and it was on Laverne and Shirley, where they went up into a plane and the pilot like passed out, and then they had to grab hold. And although the Cheers one, since it was Cheers, it was much better. It wasn't quite that.
Since it was Cheers, it was much better.
Yes. Pete cut out our first 5 minutes. That's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, you mean all the scenes that make the movie good? Is that what you're saying? You know, this movie is really good. Let's make it a piece of crap and take out these other scenes and replace them with things that nobody thinks is very smart. Oh, yeah, there's your question.
Now, speaking of switches, my mom just got her Switch today. She bought a Switch.
Wow. Did she
order the show? She said she hooked it all up.
So she ordered it and it came?
Mm-hmm.
From whom did she order it?
I don't know. I don't know where she got it. But you know which one she got? She got the Animal Crossing edition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool Joy-Cons.
Would that mean I get to go visit her island?
You can, as soon as she's not online yet. She's doing the family thing with my sister, who just got a Switch too, also an Animal Crossing Switch.
Wow.
I'm not sure what's happening.
Seems like your whole family is switching over. There's been a lead change.
I don't know what's happening with my family. All of a sudden, everyone's playing games. What took you so long? I've been doing it for 50 years.
They've been playing games with you for a long time. That Jeff, he's ridiculous. I want to be a lot like him.
Did you hear Nintendo bought Next Level Gaming or Next Level Games, which are the people who put out Luigi's Mansion 3 and they did Mario Strikers.
Yeah, right.
Apparently the owners were looking to sell, and I guess Nintendo thought, we better buy these guys or else someone else is going to get them, and then we'll
right,
because they're a great studio.
And then we'll have to wrestle with them about all the other future stuff.
So maybe we'll get maybe since they're going to pump some more money into them, we'll get a new.
Okay, so how do you pronounce that? What Pete just said about that? Bada da ching.
I think so.
Bada da ching. Yeah, bada da ching.
This was one of my favorite episodes of Cheers.
3 people that had.
Clavin was on there. Every category was set up just for him, basically. It was like mothers, post office. I think it was like beer. I mean, every single category was just, and he was killing everybody. He was winning the whole thing. He was getting real cocky. And then instead of just betting just a little bit to keep his money and win, he bet the whole thing on Alex Trebek named like 3 people. And it's like, what are these? Some like, these people have in common. And Cliff's answer was, who are 3 people who have never been in my kitchen?
You would say something like that.
Oh, it's so funny.
That'd be you.
Because it's true.
It's true. Like what did he say? What did they say? What's that trivia question about Seinfeld years ago where they were like, what is the only character outside of Jerry who was in every Seinfeld episode?
I would say George. Sure. There wasn't Elaine because she wasn't in the pilot.
Mm-hmm. I
can't remember if Kramer was in the pilot, but he was not in the Chinese restaurant episode. Remember they sat there the whole episode just waiting for a table?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. I mean, it's got to be George, right?
And I'm wondering if they want. It's the Perry sighting so soon. Perry, what's up? I love the tongue. Wow. What's up,
Perry?
She's like, well, that's a lot longer than my usual. Perry, how young is Perry?
We got her in 2010, and from some people, and they thought that she was 2 or 3 at the time.
Thought you were gonna say, and they thought she was 20. So,
how about this? Lance ordered an Evercade. Should arrive tonight.
Lance, that's coming soon for me. I do believe. So another thing you were telling me about was Tommy was talking about they have to push back the Amico again.
Well,
to July, you said?
What he said was there's like only a 20% chance it's going to launch in April, and considering the show before, he did mention that if it gets pushed back, it would probably be like June or July. So
okay.
I'm going to guess July at this point. The latest one possible.
And there's no more news yet on the Red, GTO Red yet?
No.
Okay. All right. I should have brought it. Oh, wait, I did actually. Hold on. Wait, let me grab it. Where did I put it? There it is. Here it is. Oh, and here. There's the shuffleboard table. I won. Me and my buddy Colin.
You and Colin.
Let's see.
Yeah, for everyone who's getting an Evercade, check out OAB Pete and Retro Rich. Ooh, there you go.
Can't wait.
Excellent.
Can't wait.
It's so much fun going back and playing Mario 64. I mean, I remember the first time I played it, it was like a magical feeling because it was like, I've never played anything like this before.
Yeah.
Mario could walk really slow, like he could tippy toe, or he could run really fast.
Yeah.
So I remember trying to go around the piranha plant while I was sleeping, going really, really slow. I was like, I've never seen this in a game before. This is awesome.
You want to come up here? Since
it's dog night.
It is dog night. Say hi. Up here. Over here. Over here. You want to come up? You're silly. That's the Daphne girl. Oh, look at her. She's like, oh, I loved you, Daddy. So yeah, I'm really eager. So now I'm one step closer to the danger zone. One step closer to my resolution. So where I can, that's one of my resolutions is to play this. And then is there anything that you've encountered, maybe a book or a movie or something that you would think would be cool to make into a game? I mean, we've talked about this a little bit with Tommy because we're like, hey, here's some game ideas and some things we'd love to see.
I can't think of anything offhand that hasn't already been made into a game.
This was actually partially made. Part of these stories were made into a series that was on cable. But I would love to see this stuff be made into.
I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, the Shannara books. These came out when I was in high school, junior high. I have my original paperback, this is a larger paperback. I just got it. It was supposed to be hardback. It's one of those where you buy it used and it was in the hardback section. And then it comes and I'm like, this is a big paperback. But it was cheap. It's not like I'm going to get rid of it. But the Hildebrand brothers did the artwork on it, and look at this. This is really cool.
Oh wow.
So I was thinking all of these years, I've never read the book front to back yet. I started reading it a while ago, and I think I'm just going to read it out loud. And in saying that, we'll talk about Saturday too. But I always thought this was like a Middle Earth thing. It is not. This takes place. It's a dystopian future of Earth. And all of these different races are all because of the end of civilization as we know it. So that's what forced certain, like the dwarves, that's what forced them, and trolls underground. And so that's how they developed. And all that.
Like, the Time Machine with the Morlocks. Are they like 7,000 years in the future or something, or 8,000 years? And
yeah,
Morlocks are gone underground, and the rest of humanity goes up.
And I didn't even know that. All these years, I never knew that. That's so weird. So weird. But no, there's all kinds of the book. This is Terry Brooks. Terry Brooks actually wrote, he wrote one of the novels, the Star Wars novels, for one of the later episodes. I think it might have been the episode 1. He wrote the book. But Terry Brooks has been around for years. He's got a bunch of Shannara books. And he's written a whole bunch of prequel books and everything like that. Most of everything he writes is Shannara stuff. So
Never even heard of it. That's interesting.
yeah, no, and they had it starts. I'm trying to remember because there's the Sword of Shannara, there's the Wish Song of Shannara, there's the Elf Stones of Shannara, and I think the Elf Stones of Shannara is where the series started. I think they did 2 seasons. I don't know if they ever went any further. It was okay. It's kind of CW-ish. It had some players in it you've seen before.
Like the Ropers?
Exactly.
They would make any show good.
Okay, we have just a couple more places to fill in this show. What do you think is going to drive it home?
Is Norman Fell still dead? Because he'd be perfect for...
Is he still dead? Oh my God.
Did you ever hear a story about their spinoff?
Huh?
Did you ever hear their story about the spinoff of Three's Company?
I think you told me, but
The producers wanted to spin the Ropers off into their own show, and Norman Fell didn't want to do it. He goes, "Why would I want to do this?" He goes, "I have a good thing here because Three's Company was like the number one show at the time.
Right.
I don't want to mess this up. So they said, well, if it doesn't work out, you can just come back. And he's like, okay, well, I got to lose. So they did the show. It didn't go very well. Meanwhile, Don Knotts took over, and they're like, well, we kind of already filled the spot. So Norman Fell got really screwed on that deal because he didn't want to do it at all. The reason he did it was because he said he can just come back.
You don't trust anybody out there. You don't do that. That's Norman's own fault. He knows better. He knows better. Norman's been around. He should have known.
God, Mr. Roper was so funny in that show.
Oh, he was good. They do those looks that
Yeah. Lance said Norman Fell's side look at the camera was priceless.
See, Lance and I, we're like right on track.
Well,
who was better?
Well, on Three's Company, I like Norman Fell better.
Yeah, me too.
But Don Knotts was tremendous. I mean, as Barney
those pantsuits they gave him.
God, the ascot.
Oh my gosh. And he's classic. I mean, you know, some of my favorite movies from my childhood are, and it used to scare me, the Ghost and Mr. Chicken.
Yeah.
And why can't I think Norman was on Jimmy Kimmel last night? What are the freaking odds?
And he was still dead? Or not?
Norman's corpse. No, but Ghost of Mr. Chicken and the Incredible Mr. Limpet. Love the Incredible Mr. Limpet.
Wow, look at this piece of.
They were both in that movie?
Wow. All right, well, I guess we got a question for you. Who was better in that movie?
Oh,
Norman Fell or Don Knotts?
That's been a while since I've seen that movie. Do I own it? Jeff, do I own it? Do you know?
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie since I was a kid.
I think it's the same. I mean, I don't know. I may have seen it. When did that come out? 72?
What was Gary Coleman's On the Right Track? Is that a TV show? What is that?
Oh, yeah, On the Right Track. Don Knotts was better. Oh, Phil Silvers, yeah.
You don't get a Phil Silvers mentioned too often on a YouTube podcast.
No, but totally worth it. Gilligan's Island. And then he had his own show. What was the show he had? He had the military show.
McHale's Navy, right?
No, not McHale's Navy. That was Ernest Borgnine and
Phil Silvers in it?
No. He was the had that other guy who was in all the Disney movies. Who I had that.
Charles Nelson Riley?
No, but it's good to know I could accidentally do a good Charles Nelson Riley.
I don't know.
No, what?
Well, he was in the Phil Silvers show.
Yeah, Phil Silvers show. Gilligan's Island? Who? It sounds like a knock-knock joke. Gilligan's Island.
Phil Silvers,
Island.
like a Broadway producer or something?
Yeah, he played Harold Hecuba.
And weren't they like doing a comedy version of Hamlet or something crazy?
Well, they were doing Hamlet. It wasn't supposed to be a comedy. It turned into a comedy. And then Phil Silvers like, you don't have it right. And he did it all himself.
Oh, Sergeant Bilko. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Sergeant Bilko. Yes. Thanks, Lance. So yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. You know, my brother he's always been very into the military stuff. He loves war movies. When I was, I don't know, however old I was, very young, I had to go and sit through 2 hours and plus of Torah with my two brothers and my dad. I know, which means tiger. That's what that means. Torah means tiger. but he was always into it. But my dad would not let him watch. Any guesses? It was a war. It was a war comedy show.
I'm guessing it has to be Hogan's Heroes.
Yep.
Was there another war comedy?
Sure. MASH.
Which we found out this week that is Papa Pete's favorite sitcom of all time.
It is? Really? See, that's a much better judgment call than all the Star Wars stuff we've been talking about.
Oh, it was a musical version of Hamlet. That's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, that's right. It was a musical Hamlet. Yeah, right.
But Phil Silvers was all over the place in the 60s, was he?
No, oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
think-
He and that guy that was in McHale's Navy that played the commander. Oh, and McHale's Navy, who was the awesome ensign.
Was that the role Tim Conway played?
Yeah. Yeah, here's another one.
I haven't really seen the show.
Gomer Pyle. There's another military comedy.
That's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pyle.
Yeah, that guy was great. Just, hi, Sarge. What was his girlfriend's name? What was the Sarge's girlfriend?
I don't
Like
remember.
Bunny or
Yeah, Bunny.
was it Bunny?
What was Gomer's girlfriend's name? Because didn't they go out a few times? Like double?
Yeah. I don't remember.
You know, we're talking about
You watched 6 episodes today of Sergeant Bilko, Pete?
I'm guessing
The Tim Conway dentist sketch on Carol Burnett is hilarious. That and the Mrs. Huygens, that was great. And one of my other favorites is, how do you get your dishes so clean? Oh, I use Jay. Really? Yeah. Jay, come out here. And it was Tim Conway, and he'd go out and wash the dishes. Oh, you watched 6 episodes of MASH. What season? That's what I would want to know. Because what's your favorite time frame? Did you watch MASH?
Oh yeah, I watched all the way through.
Okay,
By
me
far
too.
it was season 1 and 2 because you had Colonel Blake and you had Trapper John. When they had that full cast, I thought it was about as good as it got. And then it seemed like every time they lost somebody, I liked the show less and less. But I watched it all the way through. I never stopped watching it.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought, later on it just got way too preachy and just it was too contrived, I thought, later on. Some of the episodes were still really good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it. And then, then I need to ask Pete if he owns, because he owns everything.
Wow.
Even that Star Wars holiday special. Wait. Okay, so hold on. I got to finish a thought. Okay. Remember, holiday Star Wars. Okay, remember that one. But Pete, do you own or have you watched After MASH?
Oh yeah, I even watched Aftermath. That was on for what?
did you? I started watching. It was on something. They were streaming it. They were streaming on something, and I started watching it.
That's a really interesting idea, especially like a war show that have a spin-off where you follow the people after they get home.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. No show has ever evolved the way that MASH did. Some have to bring in new characters and make you care about them. Yeah. Yeah.
They did lose a lot of characters.
Yeah. Which is a normal thing, right?
They lost at least 4 major, because Colonel Blake, Radar, Trapper John, Frank. What? Frank. Frank Burns. And then
what was your least favorite character on that show?
Easily Charles Emerson Winchester. I did not like him at all. Yeah. He never said anything that I laughed at.
Well, I don't know that he was supposed to. You were supposed to laugh at him.
Yeah. I thought
It was canceled during its 2nd season. Okay. You have it all downloaded. Okay. You want to send that to me?
Frank Burns every day of the week.
Frank Burns, hilarious.
You know, because I didn't even, because Frank was easy to hate. I didn't even hate Winchester. I just didn't care.
Oh,
you know,
right.
I didn't hate him. Where Frank, you know, of course you're going to hate him.
Yeah, because Frank was Frank. I mean, Frank was the cheater. He cheated on how to be a doctor, and then just was a crappy human being on top of it. You're just like, man, dude.
Did you ever notice how whenever they were in the, what do you want to call it? When they were doing surgery,
Yeah.
there was no laugh track.
Interesting.
Yeah, there was a laugh track throughout the whole show, but when they were in surgery, no laugh track.
Wow. My brother, the one scene that oh, wait, let's get back to my least favorite. And part of it was just because of the acting. And I mean, I don't mean any ill will. I'm just saying, was that she was the short gal, and she was in the later ones. And she was, what was she? I don't know. She seemed like she was of.
Are you talking about MASH?
Yeah. Yeah. She was like a Polynesian or Asian descent.
I don't remember that.
Oh, come on. And she had a big crush on Hawkeye. What was her name? Pete, tell me. Kelly Nakahara.
Was she a
Yeah,
regular?
Kelly was her name. And she had a crush on Hawkeye, and she got all upset because he was paying attention to everybody and didn't even notice her or whatever. She was just not she wasn't a good actress.
I don't remember her at all.
She was not good. I mean, I'm not trying to down her. I'm not trying, whatever. She got the part. I guess they thought she was good for that, but I was tired of her character because she couldn't act. I don't know who she was as opposed to, you know, how she got on the show, but.
Wait, who was Gonzo?
Oh, Gonzo.
Early season?
Gonzo. I know who that is.
Gonzo was a character on Trapper John MD. Him and Jackpot. I remember those guys.
Alan Alda or Donald Sutherland? Well, I mean.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Right. I mean, I'd have to.
Trapper John for me.
Oh, yeah, totally. Trapper John. I mean, he was hilarious. Just hilarious. Well played. Well played. I think it's tough to say between Alan Alda and Donald Sutherland because Alan Alda got to flesh out the character. So, I mean, you know, it's.
That's tough because, I mean, Alan Alda was on for, how long was MASH on? 10 years plus?
11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
And Donald Sutherland was just in like a, 2-hour movie?
2-hour movie, yeah. Yeah.
Was Radar the only actor that was in both the TV show?
One of her only role. She was in the movie Clue as a cook. That's interesting. I don't remember that.
Is that movie any good?
Clue?
Clue.
It's great.
Now that has multiple endings, right?
It does. Here's one of the reasons I know that it's a really good movie because, well, it's got a great cast. First of all, it's got a great cast.
It's got Nurse Nakamura.
Yeah, right. Kelly Nakahara. Yeah, that doesn't ruin it. But
Henry Blake.
Oh yeah, Henry Blake. Sherman T. Potter. That's what I always think whenever I see his name. Well, there you go. Radar or Klinger.
I guess I'd go with Radar.
I have to go with Radar. I like Jamie Farr. I think he's a lot of fun, but I think later on when he took over some of that stuff and it got too preachy for me, his acting went down.
How about Jamie Farr in a dress or Jamie Farr not wearing a dress?
Ooh, nice. Now you're talking.
Which Klinger do you like better?
Now you're talking. I gotta say, in the dress, he came up with some of the best lines and some of the best. I mean, they wrote the lines for him, but still, he delivered some of the greatest lines in that dress, as if there was nothing wrong with it. You know, he'd come. There'd be these high-ranking officers that would come through the camp, and they're like, "Why are you wearing that?" Or "What is with those shoes?" or whatever, and he'd say, well, "What am I supposed to wear?" It's I don't know, whatever he would say. Always some great lines.
Well, remember,
without shame.
who was the actor who played Sherman Potter?
Harry Morgan.
Harry Morgan. Remember, he was in MASH really early on during the first 2 seasons. He did like a one spot. He was can't remember if he was a general.
I think I remember that.
But he was like kind of an office rocker.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. That was his evil twin.
J.W. Durbin. I had that MASH game, by the way.
Well, see, I was going to ask that. Was there a MASH game?
There was. It was by what studio was that? I can't remember. It's one with like the spotlights coming out. And it came with a MASH T-shirt, which was very odd, but it's kind of cool. But I liked it as a kid. I don't know if I'd like it now, but there was like a surgery part. It was a game that was kind of broken up into different sections.
Interesting. And what year did that come out? Was that like 1980 or
maybe like 83, 82?
Oh,
83?
that far.
Yeah.
Because MASH ran until, I mean, we know it went for 11 seasons, but it ran. When did it wan? Did it wan to when? From to what was that? For your information, you can turn off the laugh track for the whole episode in the DVD version. What did I do? I can't hear you all of a sudden.
Oh, I had it on mute.
You twit. Oh my God, what's going on?
Check out Papa Pete's review of the Atari 2600 Classic Game Fight 20th Century Fox Match. Pete, I can't wait to receive your payment for this ad.
Pete, I'm just going to send you some money. Do you have an extra copy? I'll just send that out to you. By the way, also, this Saturday, we're going to be doing an interview with Dace from Shmuptopia.
Yes.
And I was just watching one of his videos about with some of the shoot 'em up. What is the one that I'm wanting to say? I can't remember the name of it. It's a long name. It's Japanese.
Kelly Nakamura?
No, the name of the game is
The Exposed Podcast.
What's the name of the game?
I don't know. He just did a video on Crimson Clover. Crimson Clover. Yeah, Saturday we're doing a special episode. We're going to be interviewing Dace from Shmuptopia. He's written a book about shmups.
Yeah, it's called Shmup Ascension.
His videos are fun to watch because he's a very happy guy, and he's always very excited when he plays these things, and
his voice is very soft when he's playing.
Yeah, it's very comforting.
Hey, how's it going?
So I hope everyone shows up for that one because that'll be cool.
Pawa Rumi.
Oh, Power Rooming, yeah.
Yeah, he was playing that. I was watching him play that. It's pretty amazing.
He posted he's number 3 in the world, I think, on the hardest level.
Get out of here.
Yeah, he is really good.
Well, he wrote this book. It's like a 48-page book.
Yeah, it's a quick read.
Yeah, and I am actually going to try to have a surprise ready for him. I won't tell you what that's going to be, but I'm going to try to have a surprise ready for him.
Yes, DJC TurboGrafx was a shooter dream. So many good shooters in that system.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that does. Jeff, we need to get together and do that soon. We need to play Is it R-Type? Is that what I want to play? Not R-Type.
On TurboGrafx.
Well, what's the other one though that I wanted to play? That's 2-player with the
Ordyne?
shop. Ordyne. I want to play Ordyne with you. We're gonna have a show on that real soon.
That is a fun game.
Real soon. You know what? I almost wanna come over to your place, and we could do a video of playing some Ordyne, and right before we do the interview.
Yeah.
We could have pizza.
Pizza.
You could buy the cake.
Yeah, last time I came over, I bought a sheet cake.
Last time I go over, he goes, I got some cake. You want some cake? I'm like, what?
That was an enormous one, too.
It was. It's for your son's birthday, right? It was like belated cake for his birthday, right?
No, we just bought a cake.
You just bought a cake because he wanted cake.
Yeah, I think I had him write something on it. I can't remember what I had him write on it. Just so we get a little extra icing.
Oh, I remember what it said. It said, Stuart, get out. Here's a piece of cake. Get out.
I agree, DJC. It is an amazing.
Me too. Devastating Just Cause. So do you like Just Cause? The game? Isn't that what it's called? Just Cause? Don't I? Because I have a copy.
Yeah, there's a game called Just Cause.
Yeah, because I have one of those. What are they? I have Just Cause 3, I think. I wasn't very good at it, right? I didn't have skills. I got to play it some more. No Pepperidge Farm cake?
Nope. This was about 10 times bigger than a Pepperidge Farm cake.
It was. Pepperidge Farm cake would probably be good if you have some frosting. Oh, you've never played it? That's interesting. Yeah, check it out. I mean, there's a lot of games I need to get better. I need to get some skills at Last of Us, because I really want to finish that. I also want to play somewhere in the next couple of years. I want to get into their older games. The
Freeway.
No, they sell the collection now. It was a little girl, the kind of weird glowy eyes, the diving suit guy, the BioShock.
Oh yeah, BioShock.
Yeah, I really want to get into those. I started playing it, but I'm like, yeah, it kind of freaks me out. I shouldn't admit that, but it did. Because it's first person. That's why I don't like first person. It just freaks me out.
Exactly. It always sticks to the top of that box and you pull it out, or the side.
I freaking hate that.
And how it shifted.
It's exactly the same reason that I don't like packing donuts together.
I was at a grocery store and I bought a box, like a dozen donuts, so it was in a box.
Right.
And the guy bagging it, he was a senior citizen. He looked like he was in his 70s.
Mm-hmm.
And you would think he would know better. He put the box of donuts down, and then he took my bag of whatever else I had and put it right on top of the donuts. So I immediately just took it and put it at the bottom. Like, how did you get to be this old and not understand that heavy stuff on top of donuts will crush the donuts?
And who wants their frosting stuck to the top of the box?
Yeah, I'm not licking the box, then eating a piece of donut and then licking the box again.
Yeah. I sure like it this way. They made a derby-shaped cake for Kentucky. Oh, yeah, I remember that. But, okay, so you're all right. Here you go. Here's your next question. Kentucky Derby cake or Spam lamb? I'm trying to get back into collecting Sega Dreamcast.
Oh, that's a great system to collect for. I'll tell you that.
That's right.
DJC, did you see our video when we had Mike Mullis on? Because we had a big Dreamcast.
Yeah, I had a whole Dreamcast show.
Spam lamb.
Frosting with green. Oh, the Spam lamb all the way. You know, it's because of that show, Pete, that I was drinking what I was drinking down in Florida. Because I don't know if anybody else likes it. But I love black jelly beans.
Hmm.
Do you like black jelly beans, Jeff?
They're all right. I don't dislike them.
I love them. And you know what's really good after some black jelly beans in my world is ice cold milk.
Hmm.
And I'm not just saying that. I'm not saying like when the time is right, I buy a bag of black jelly beans and have a glass of milk. I'm just saying one day I was like, I need something to drink after that. And then I drank a ice cold glass of milk after, and it was delicious. But that's what ouzo tastes like. Ouzo is a Greek liqueur, and that was what they had. That they were toasting with shots of ouzo. Now Viking stew. What did they name the lamb? Oh, in order to send it.
Whoops.
Was it? It was private something, wasn't it? Did they give it a? Jaeger. Thanks, DJC. You know, ouzo. I'm sorry. Let me go the other way. Jaeger is the working man's ouzo. That's what I describe it as. And then I used to take, and I take Jaeger. Try Jaeger with A&W root beer, or the root beer of your choice. And I call it the root of all evil. Private Charles Lamb. That's right.
The root beer of all evil.
Yeah.
No.
The root of all evil. Try Jaeger and root beer. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I've got a whole bunch of bottles of IBC root beer over here.
Oh, perfect. I'll bring my the rest of my ouzo over. Guy taught me on about that, and you're supposed to actually put it in the freezer and then shake it up so it's kind of cloudy when you drink it. Now I just want to drink it. Oh, yeah.
I'm picturing Pete at a trivia night.
Jaeger after black jelly beans. I missed that.
Categories is MASH. And he just stands up and says, "Forget about it, people. I'm running the table on this one." Well, that's something that's died away with the pandemic, huh? Trivia nights.
Yeah, well, except at my open jams. I mean, maybe I'll throw that in. I'm not gonna say that anymore, but
Hey,
I'll
Pete,
do that.
Pete, what years did MASH run from? I can't remember.
I'm gonna guess before I see what he says. I'm gonna say
to start.
I'll say 75 to 86.
Wow, 83.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
83?
MASH actually collided there with Cheers, because Cheers started in 82, I believe.
82. Okay. Wow.
What a crazy year. MASH and Cheers on at the same time.
Yeah. Well, so one was NBC and the other one, what was MASH?
CBS, right?
CBS. Yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Good thinking. Yeah. I was watching MASH. It was on Netflix, I think, or Amazon, one of the two, a few years back. And I was watching it. I thought, you know what? I'm going to finally watch all of these. I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to make, like you do. When you're working, you come home. We watch maybe 3 episodes a day or something like that because they're short without commercials. They're perfect. And I thought, I'm going to watch and see if there's any of the episodes I've never seen. And I think the only ones I'd never seen were in the last season. But right as I got about a third of the way through the 11th season, and they pulled it. I was like, wait a minute. I went out there to watch it after work, and I'm like, oh, where's my show? So I had to borrow the 11th season from a friend of mine.
Speaking of shows getting pulled while you're watching them, TLC had a special. It was called Undercover Princes.
Undercover Princess.
It was a 3-episode little mini series. 3 episodes.
Okay.
After episode 2, they pulled it. I'm like, you don't give one more episode. You paid for it. Why not just air it?
That seems stupid.
It was
I've seen him air worse.
They took princes from around the world and they put them in Brighton, England, to see if they could survive on their own in an apartment complex. It was one of the worst shows I've ever seen. But
Oh my God, talk about first world problems. Oh, and so down and out. What a bunch of pussies. Oh my gosh. Alf. Who was a big fan of Alf? I never was.
I've never even seen an episode.
Well, there you go then.
I mean, I've seen plenty of clips, but I never sat down to watch it.
Yeah, my buddy Brad has the first season on DVD. Never even. I watched episodes,
Wait a minute,
but
what is
never
Walter?
was.
I've never heard of that. What is that? Oh wait, here you go. Walter is a classic.
Painful, but it introduced Victoria Jackson as Radar's love interest.
Victoria Jackson, the girl from
Bach. That's one of my all-time favorite episodes. If you get stuck, just go, Bach.
If your shoes aren't becoming to you, you should be coming to us.
Only the pilot was ever made of the Walter series, right? That what he's talking about? Do you have that, Pete?
So Pete, is Victoria Jackson? You talking about the woman from Saturday Night Live?
Has to be.
Because she was on late 80s, early 90s. So I guess that matches up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Pete, I wanted to ask, have you watched, I just noticed it last night. They have a Lego Star Wars holiday special. Did you watch that? That's her.
This is in response to something you said right before that. I think maybe the pilot.
The Walter. Yeah. Does he has Walter, the pilot.
Wow. I never even knew there was a Radar.
I didn't either.
Wait, was Radar in Aftermath? Who was in that? Klinger was.
I thought Radar was. I could be completely wrong. I started watching it. We watched it. Yes, it was enjoyable. Okay. I thought it was. So I not only watched like the first 4 or 5 minutes of it. It was so. The Lego stuff is really cool. And the Lego games are huge, and I think they have been big over the years. I don't know how cool they are anymore. I mean, the deal is it's like anything else. When they started doing the Lego stuff for entertainment and videos and things like that, and in video games especially, whoever was writing that stuff, brilliant. I mean, some of the stuff they came up with for the Star Wars stuff, hilarious. Some of that was just hilarious. And even the Batman's, the first Batman one that they did of the Legos. And then I think I have the Marvel, one of the Marvel Lego games. Let's see, what else do I, and they did a Pirates of the Caribbean. Some of those things were very, very funny, but now it's so corporate that it's just, some of it is, you're like, maybe I'm sniff.
This is why Lance is so great. Instead of doing the overplayed Marianne or Ginger, he goes to Three's Company, which I've never heard this question before.
Oh, it's got to be Chrissy.
Didn't Lonnie Anderson do one episode where she was Jack's girlfriend? I'm pretty sure she was on that for one episode.
Wow, I don't remember that. I think I have the first season over there.
Lance missed one person.
Mrs. Roper. No, he didn't. He didn't miss one. Hey, we just lost Marianne too, didn't we?
Oh yeah, she just died.
Can we have a moment of silence, please?
For poor Marianne Summers.
She was so pretty, so nice. She made great pies. Thank you, Marianne.
This is fascinating. Look at this. They had a cast vote whether to end MASH or keep it. And the three
Only
people
William
who voted
Pearson.
to keep it got their own show.
Huh.
Is that weird?
That's, well, I think that's pretty democratic. That's pretty neat. You know, if you want to keep going, we'll just do something else. You know, it's like that with bands. I mean, a lot of people feel that way about the Doobie Brothers. You know, but if the Doobie Brothers never would have broken up in the first place, they never would have had a great line for that movie, Jewel of the Nile. What? The Doobie Brothers broke up? That's awesome.
Ah,
It's a Perry return. Look at that beautiful face.
what am I gonna do?
There's your beautiful face. So Potter Mulcahy and Klinger reunite. Yes, I remember that after the Korean War.
I think we'd remember a Missouri hospital setting for this.
Right?
I don't remember that at all. I watched Aftermatch. I just don't remember that.
So it happened like right away. Happened in 83.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aftermatch is kind of like Mayberry RFD. You know?
That's where I get a lot of my dad's skills.
Mayberry RFD.
Yeah, my dad and Andy Griffith.
You know, we were talking about Norman Fell getting screwed on his deal. Something similar happened with the Andy Griffith show, where Don Knotts and Andy Griffith had 5-year contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And they both decided after 5 years, we'll just go do something else. So after 5 years, Don Knotts signed a movie deal with whoever made those movies.
Yeah,
Or
the
what-
ones I was talking
Yeah.
about. Reluctant Astronaut was another one, and
Yeah, so he went off to do that. Meanwhile, the people, I guess the producers of Andy Griffith, begged, what's his name? Andy
Ken
Griffith.
Berry.
Andy Griffith, yeah. Begged Andy Griffith. I was getting Andy Griffith and Andy Taylor mixed up. They
Oh,
begged him to come back so they could do more shows, and he said, "Okay."
so that's when they did Mayberry RFD.
No, that's why Don Knotts left.
Oh, that's why Don Knotts left.
Yeah, and maybe RFD. Who wasn't Ken Berry the main
Mhm.
star of that?
Yeah, but there's another actor though that is in that same time frame that was in an episode of The Twilight Zone the other day. I saw, and you know what's funny? Did you see Kolchak the Night Stalker? Did you ever watch that? No.
Mm-mm.
He had a boss, and you've seen this actor before. He's a character actor through the, from he was in the 60s and he was old enough in the 60s and into the 70s. But he was his boss that was like, you never heard of it. You don't know anything about it. Don't talk about it anymore. So he plays the same kind of character in a naval situation, not a belly button, but the military service. As a naval officer, where he's telling this guy, you don't talk about it. It's forgotten. You never heard it. There was about a submarine that went down, and the guy kept hearing this banging. And he's like, they're calling me to come down. It's my fault that they sank, and it's my fault that they're at the bottom of the sea, and they're calling me. He's like, it's not true. Settle down. Well, he jumps over the ship, and he kills himself. But then there was 2 guys that went into the sub to check it out, and he goes, the weird thing is the guy in the hull of the ship had a hammer in his hand. And he's like, we're not talking about it. You don't tell anybody that. I'm like, why are you the same kind of jerk you were in Kolchak?
You don't tell no one.
You don't. He's got that, you silence it. Mm-mm-mm. A sitcom was doomed when Ted McGinley showed up. Happy Days, Love Boat, Married with Children. Shut your mouth. That's funny.
He was terrible. I didn't like him in anything.
No, he was ungood. Did he take over for Julie on the Love Boat?
I don't
Or
know.
why was he on the Love Boat?
That's what we all want to know. Why was he on Happy Days?
We've been asking ourselves that for decades. Why are you on this show, Ted?
Yeah,
Get
Happy
off.
Days.
We're going to die.
You know, I love the very first season of Happy Days. It was tremendous. It was so cool.
Fonzie in a blue jacket.
Yeah.
Not only a blue jacket, a baby blue jacket. Powder blue.
And then he,
That shows how cool he was.
but I thought that show, like every year, it just seemed to get worse and worse. First year was so cool. And by the end, wasn't Fonzie a teacher at the end?
Yeah.
How did
And he
that
jumped a shark.
And I had a back.
He jumped a shark in shorts and a leather jacket.
The other show's bad when you get the term "jump the shark" from the show.
That's right. That's right. And then now they've changed it. They were going to change it because of Indiana Jones and the refrigerator. They were going to do that. It's totally hateable. Oh, you know what other there's another actor I needed to try to figure out what else he was in, because I can only really think of the 3 films as Michael Beck. Remember Michael Beck?
Hmm.
He was huge back in the day, like when John Michael Vincent was big for a while. But Michael Beck was like in all these hit movies. He was in Warriors, and he was in Xanadu, and he was in Megaforce. Michael Beck. Somebody was like, "Is that Matthew McConaughey?" I go, "No, he's very Matthew McConaughey-ish." McConaughey-ish.
McConaughey-ish.
Was good in Revenge of the Nerds as the spoiled quarterback. That's right. That's right.
Remember the guy who took over for Barbarino in Welcome Back, Kotter? Bo. That was the worst thing. They bring a Southern guy, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
It was so stupid.
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Yeah. It's
They might as
like,
well just gotten Ted McGinley to take that spot. Oh, that was awful.
it could have been done a lot sooner. It was on Moonlighting with Bruce Willis. Yeah, that was a good show. I didn't watch a lot, but I have a friend of ours that loved that show. Loved that show.
I didn't see much of it. All I remember is every time they showed, what was the actress's name?
It was she was in King Kong, wasn't she? Jessica?
Right.
Oh, now I got to look it up.
Because every time they showed her, they had this like glow or fog or something going around.
Moonlighting.
Shepherd.
Yeah, Sybil Shepherd. Yeah, I was totally wrong. I was completely incorrect.
That's your answer to.
A lot of that was how you could buy.
Wait a minute. The Peaches did a video where he had that old RCA disc player,
Jessica Lange.
and he's talking about King Kong. You're mentioning
Yeah, that's who I thought. Yeah.
one of the movies he got for it was King Kong, the Jessica Lange version.
I actually have the poster right over there. Over there. Yeah. Yeah.
Which one is it?
It's from 78. With
Because how
it
Pete
had-
was saying,
Jeff Bridges was in it too.
Pete was saying the box that it came in
Yeah.
had kind of a rare movie poster of it. It wasn't shown very often. It was
Interesting.
King Kong like standing on the Twin Towers, I think, and he's crushing a plane or something.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, I think I got it out of a Dynamite magazine.
What does he say? What's his
Discuss. Yeah, here it is. Oh my God, he is. I didn't even notice that. You ever heard of this? Do you remember that?
heard of it. I got a good story for you.
Okay.
My dad worked for a printer back in the 70s. And guess what they printed?
Dynamite.
Dynamite magazine. He brought home a copy every time they did one. Yeah, that's it.
On the Twin Towers, dude. Shoot. Never even thought about that. Holy crap, monkeys. Wow.
Yeah, he used to, my dad used to bring home that like once a month. He'd bring home that Dynamite magazine.
Look at that. Not Sybil Shepherd.
Not Sybil Shepherd.
Not Fay Ray. Okay, now I'm also eager because I pick on Pete and Pete picks on me. Pete, did you like the new version of King Kong?
Wait, who was the woman in that one?
I don't remember her name.
Is this like 10 years ago?
Yeah, a little longer than that, I think now.
I hated it. I absolutely hated that movie.
Good man.
It was so terrible. I just did not. I didn't get it.
Played Coach's daughter in Cheers.
Yeah, she she was marrying this really obnoxious guy,
Yeah.
and he was really terrible with her.
Yes.
That's a good eye, DJC. Jeez.
Yeah. When you finish this story, then DJC, we need to talk about this. I can't stay on forever tonight, though. I do have some rehearsing I got to do. I got a gig tomorrow night, but I do want to. I want to ask DJC if he knows about that. Something in there. Go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I was just showing Papa Pete had a subscription.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember the cover that had Jimmy Walker on it from Times. I think he was holding up a poster, or not a poster, the magazine of himself.
The magazine. Yeah.
It was like one of those things that was just like an infinite thing you kept seeing.
And it's like Dynamite. Yeah, and I had the one with the Charlie's Angels on it.
God, I wish I had all those. I mean, I had every stinking one.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah, I got two issues here somewhere. I think it's back in my storage room.
And then the place my dad worked for also, they printed all the sporting news books.
Oh, really?
So I had a collection. So every year they put out tons
They did.
of books, like baseball statistic
They
books.
did. Yeah.
I had them all. I think that's probably what drove my obsession with baseball.
Didn't they have the history of baseball that they put out? It was like black and white, like newspapery cover. I mean, it's a hardback cover, but it was like a collage of black and white.
I don't know.
And then it had like a red glossy logo printed on the side. I think my brother had some of them. And I think those were, I want to say that was like sporting news. But it was like the Time Warner books. You know, they used to put out a series and you'd get them on a monthly basis or whatever. Hardy Boys, yeah, Hardy Boys. Oh, so anyway, DJC, I'm glad you spotted that. This is one of my favorite games, and I started playing it recently again, and I was sucking at it. But here's the really cool thing: look who made it. It's a Data East game. I didn't really realize that.
That's Data East? Wow.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see you didn't go, yeah, duh. But in this game, DJC, answer me this first. Are you a Toto fan? Not a total fan, but a Toto fan? I want to know that, DJC, first. Because do you own this game? That's my other question. Because if you have this game, I don't know if you're a Toto fan and you have this game, you're going to play through it. And when you're getting into, he's playing it right now. Shut your mouth. Okay.
You were playing it and then noticed it in the background.
How about that?
That's bizarre.
I've got another one of these brothers out there, man. We're on the same mindset.
It's not like it's this world famous game that everyone knows, Bloody Wolf.
I know.
That's interesting that you both have it.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Retro Advisor, like Toto, Rosanna. Yes. Toto Africa. Yes. But before that album came out, two albums before that, that was obviously Toto 4 because they called it Toto 4. But 2 albums prior to that was 1979, and they put out the album Hydra. If you have never heard the album Hydra, if you're a rock and roll fan and you like classic rock and there's things you've never heard before, Toto Hydra. I mean, the first album, smoking great, but Toto Hydra, just equal in my eyes, equally as good and a great step forward. Well, on that record is a song called White Sister. That song was ripped off and used in Bloody Wolf. There's a scene where after the first character goes in, the one brother goes in, and then you go in as the other one to try to rescue him then. And you're going through a section where you're running across a floor and there's lasers, frickin' lasers, and you got to jump over them. During that, there's a song that they're playing, and it's White Sister. All those years ago when I was playing that game, I guess 1989, 90.
Yeah,
Right in there.
right around there.
1990 is when this game came out. I can actually see it. It's there. Anyway, I was playing that part and I'm like, what is going on here? I know this song. What is that song? And it was like I was on Name That Tune. And I'm like, it's freaking White Sister. And years later, I think I may have mentioned this on the show a long time ago when it first started. Africa by Weezer is good. It's very good. But do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor and listen. Get on YouTube, like we are, and check out the version by 2 guys. There's a guy playing bass and a guy playing guitar, and they do it, and it's amazing. It's really good. They were playing it in some little small gig that they were doing. But anyway, check that out. Toto was a studio band for Bosca. Yep, that's right, Lance. Silk Degrees album, yeah. Nice. Lowdown and Lido Shuffle, awesome songs. Awesome songs. Hollywood is another great song. Check out the movie FM. Do yourself a favor. Watch that movie.
Do you remember Africa by The Knack?
Yes, off Roundabout, right?
Round Trip.
Round Trip. Yeah.
It's got a great little keyboard solo in it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome song.
That was a better album than I thought it was the first time I heard it.
Oh, it's a really good album. It
is a good album.
I think it's better than the second one.
I would say yes. I'd say creatively much better record.
It tanked though, but I thought it was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the tune about the devil on that one? What's that called?
Oh, I think it's like the last song on the album.
I think so. And it's a real interesting song because it's not indicative of the rest of their stuff. If that's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, it was a little bit different.
Yeah. But a great, great song. Sugar. Round Trip. Yeah. Because you got me into that album. I didn't know it. And then when we started hanging out, I got into it. And Pay the Devil. Yeah. Boys Go Crazy is on there. Love that song. And then there's the other one.
Background.
Soul Kissin' is on there.
Oh, yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah, it is a good song. Really
crazy when you hear the shouting part.
Yeah.
Shrone was actually in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Radiating Love.
Oh, that's really good.
That is a great way to start that album. That's a great, great song. Radiating Love, Soul Kissin', Africa. She Likes the Boat. She Likes the Beat. Just Wait and See. Just Wait and See. I love that song. We Are Waiting. I don't remember that one. Boys Go Crazy is a Doug Feiger tune.
Really odd sounding song. We Are Waiting.
Little Cal's Big Mistake. What a great name. Sweet Dreams. Oh, Another Lousy Day in Paradise. I love that song.
Oh, that's very good.
Love that. Art War is on there.
Art War, that's the last song on the album.
That's the last. I was going to say, isn't that the last song?
Yep.
Yeah, because it's Pay the Devil and then Art War. And then they have extra tracks, which is Go Away, Stay Away, and On the Beach. our extra track.
Beach.
On the beach. But yeah, great. That was a great record. Great record. There's a lot of rock. What did he say? A lot of rock. I'm sorry, I was looking at that. Oh, I see it. 80s and 90s games. Yeah. Well, then like Green Jelly did the music for Maximum Carnage.
It's a big one, Elizabeth.
Guy gets shot by a wolf. Looks like he's saying, yeah, it totally is. Ugh. He's like, ugh. Big dummy.
You big dumb.
I love when I hear Sella do that. Sella, I did it. Celia, I knew it. See, I knew I'd do it. I told you I'd do it. It's going to be a day when I call you Sella, and I'm going to call Sella Celia sometime.
I'm not sure which song Papa Pete's talking about here.
What? How can I describe the version? And chanting comes to mind. What's he talking about?
I don't know.
Holy 14 million views. Africa Acoustic by Mark Massey and Jeff Hall. Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? That's what I thought. I think that's what he's talking about, is that duo that's doing it. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Cue the Sanford horns.
That's a great theme.
Don't get much better than that.
There was a show.
No, wait a minute. I got to ask you, Jefferson's theme or those horns on the Sanford song?
I'll go Jefferson's, but
Really?
Sanford and Son was really good, but
It was good.
Jefferson's get you every time.
Just moving on up. Yeah.
Such a great theme song. I bet you that'd be in the top 3 of all time if you took a vote. Easily. Might even be number 1 with some people.
Yeah, better than Different Strokes.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's terrible.
Celia. Oh, no.
What's happening the best?
Oh, yeah. So he said, "What's happening was the best." Rod,
That was great. That was great.
Mama.
I'm trying to remember the theme from Good Times. Oh, Good Times. Yeah.
I'm trying to remember that theme to Good Times. How'd that go?
It just came into my head. The ending of it. Good Times.
Oh, Pete, you're right. She was the neighbor, right?
Du Bois? Okay, Pete, you don't know this story. I have to tell you, since you're in the French area up there. We used to work with a gentleman.
We're not so French down here.
So un-French. We have French fries and French bread, and French toast. But we worked with a gentleman, and his last name is Dubois, but he pronounced it Du Bois. And
Boys.
it used to drive me nuts. So one day, I just got on my high horse, and he stepped over to my desk, and I said, "Look, isn't it pronounced Dubois?" And he goes, "Well, that's the French pronunciation." I said, "No, that is the pronunciation. What are you doing? Because why are you telling everybody you do boys? Why would you do that?
Du Bois.
Do boys. Whatever. I got a last name named Johnson, so I mean, what's that tell you? I don't do boys.
Taxi or Cheers?
Oh, come on, Lance.
I like them both a lot, but I'll go with Cheers. Because you can sing the Cheers.
Family ties.
The best you can do is whistle the Taxi.
Like Andy Griffith. I'd have to say Cheers as well. How long did Taxi go? Was that?
Well, remember it started on NBC, right? And then they canceled it and it came back on a different network for a few years.
Yeah, maybe ABC.
I think it was ABC.
I think they both. I will say they both had awesome, memorable characters, original characters. You know, they both had these great. You know, oh hi,
Oh yeah, the characters on both those shows were.
yeah, there were some great, memorable characters. So I mean, you know, props to both. You know, Frasier or Taxi.
I'll go.
I
Taxi.
I don't know. I really enjoyed Frasier. What are you doing?
It's a good whistling song. Taxi.
Well, yeah, but so is Green Eggs and Ham. Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh, you know another good.
Not green eggs and ham, scrambled eggs and whatever.
Yeah, what is the deal with this? Taxi is just like gone. You can't find it anywhere.
You
It's like
can't?
Night Court. Neither one of those shows.
Yeah, Night Court. Well, and what's the deal with newer show? It's the guy. The Drew Carey show. They put out the first season and that was it.
That's really.
They never released any more of it on DVD.
I will go with Andy Griffith
I'd have to
because
go with Andy Griffith.
of my whistling theory.
Much easier to pick up that melody.
By the way, we talked about some good whistling songs. Andy Griffith and Down at the
Kolchak.
Schoolyard by with Julio. What was his
Me and
name?
Julio
Yeah,
down by the schoolyard.
and Walk Like an Egyptian. It's got a nice little whistle in there.
And Sexy.
Centerfold has whistling at the very end.
Yeah. Scorpions.
Hey, this timing here, it's almost exactly the same as WKRP. I think they came out 78 and died off in 82 or 83.
Is going on right now with my cat.
It's almost like you have a moving beard.
I do. Money Penny. What's going on? Taxi used to be on Hulu. Same as WKRP.
How
It
did
really is sad, though, to have to watch WKRP without the original music.
I can't do it.
It's tough. Especially that scene.
The Les Nessman scene? Yeah, how can you even have that scene without, without that song?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Craven Canada and do not have Hulu. Yeah, first annual Turkey Drop, DJC. Absolutely classic. And you know, if you like WKRP, that's a reason that you should watch FM. And you can buy it on Amazon. It's not very expensive. It's on Blu-ray. I might still have it on all 4 formats now. I had it on VHS first. I bought it used at Schnucks. And then I found it on Laserdisc used. And then I got it on regular DVD. And now I have it on Blu-ray. But FM, check it out. Can you pull up a graphic of it, Jeff?
Of what?
The movie FM. It has a fantastic soundtrack, although the soundtrack is very abbreviated. If anybody, in fact, I'll tell you what, on Hammerway, I'm going to put that out there. I'll put that list out there. I'm going to write me a list because I'm going to do that. That's my other New Year's resolution.
Do you remember, what was it? WKRP. Remember they had that comeback and they had an all new WKRP?
Barely.
I think maybe Herb and
Herb.
Maybe.
I think you're right. I think Herb was on it. WKRP.
That died a quick death.
I loved it though. I loved it when they had the carp. Remember when they decided they needed a mascot?
The carp and the WPIG, the pig.
Oh, that was great. That was great. Yeah, WKRP 78 to 82.
Oh, look at this. The DVD for WKRP even changed Jennifer's doorbell tune for licensing reasons.
Oh my God. Yeah, because they had the complete series out there. on DVD.
Yes, Otis Redding's Dock of the Bay, another great whistling song.
Yeah. What was the Scorpions one? Winds of Change. That was. Yeah. I wonder if this includes those newer ones. How many seasons were there
Of what?
of KRP? Was there?
It was either 4 or 5.
Okay.
Well, 78, 79, 80, 81. I think 5.
All right. Well, there's 37 and a half hours. The image quality, considering this series was originally shot on videotape, is almost uniformly outstanding. And once again, Andy is overseeing a station playing the likes of Bruce Springsteen, the Stones, AC/DC, Grateful Dead, Elvis Costello, the Cars, Wings, and the Police instead of a series of featureless Muzak tracks. Wait, what?
I remember, was it the second season, I think? Second or third season, they had a Get the Knack poster in the back of the studio.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah, and also when he first showed up, when Andy shows up, he's got the 1976 Kiss poster on his wall where it depicted them, one carrying the.
Is that the one that he put up when he first got there? And he put it down. Yeah, because because that goes back to what we were talking about earlier. And they were asking about what the new format was going to be. Lance, I know the answer to this. There are no real words. The singer was asked to come up with a song, and he had to do it really quickly. So he came up with like a little theme.
Yeah.
And he didn't have time to write any words, so he just used gibberish as like a placeholder, and they just went with it. They just liked it as is, so they just threw it out there. And that's really weird. That's how many TV shows have a opening theme and an ending theme?
Right.
It's usually the same song.
I think what was I thinking of? Archer, I think, has 2 different. They have an ending track that's different than the opener. So, did you see this? Here's a review. Perfect? No, but still a great set.
What?
This is a review of the full series of WKRP.
Is it out on DVD?
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It's all out. They have the whole series out. But now listen to this review. If, like me, you're a big fan of this highly underrated sitcom, you probably remember Fox's god-awful season 1 DVD release, which I have, from a few years ago. This was written in 2014. Loaded with music substitutions, voice overdubbing, and in some cases, use of syndication cuts rather than the original network versions. Thankfully, Shout Factory, well known for going above and beyond to bring TV shows to DVD with their original music fully intact, as was the case with Freaks and Geeks, has already gone the extra mile, not only using the original network masters for all 88 episodes, but securing the rights to as much of the original music as possible for over 100 artists worth. So how does the final package stack up? First, the good. As stated above, every episode appears to be sourced from the original master tapes, and about half of them include original bumpers just prior to the tag scenes and or closing credits. Many songs integral to certain scenes or plots are intact. Hot-Blooded, Tiny Dancer, Imagine, Chances Are, etc. More than 3/4 of the episodes are completely unedited, musically or otherwise, while a few others just have very minor edits to a particular piece of music or dialogue. So scenes which haven't been present since the episodes originally aired are intact. Johnny testing the baseline chalk in baseball, a drunken Jennifer, and backstory for Les's non-appearance in Baby It's Cold Outside Inside. The original voice of Jennifer's caller, Joan, in Ask Jennifer, along with the original audio from the opening scene of I Am Woman, are present.
So if it's not, I still can't get it. If it's not all there, I can't do it.
I could do it.
I can't do it.
Well, he says now for the bad. For some artists, it was impossible to get the rights. Among those replaced are the Beatles, Jimi Hendrix, Beach Boys, Michael Jackson, The Sports, Bob Marley,
You can't get the rights to the sports.
right? And he wrote the Eagles. It's not actually the Eagles. It's just Eagles. And Candy Staton. Minor imperfections from the original source tapes occasionally surface, although these are rare and really don't detract from the episodes in question. Nearly a minute of footage is cut from Hold Up. Remember that one? Due to removal of Linda Ronstadt's Back in the USA.
Yeah, he was doing. Johnny was doing a live remote at
the stereo shop.
Yeah.
That was a great episode.
He was when the guy came and pulled out the gun. Johnny was on the air at the time, and he just started doing like a play-by-play of what was happening.
Yes.
He pulled out a gun. Well, that's a whole lot better than the first DVD I put out, but I think it's just one show you'll never get. I guess we'll just never get it intact.
I don't know. I do love the name of the second review, though. Find out if turkeys can fly. I swear, I thought turkeys could fly.
God is my witness. I thought turkey.
God is my witness. That's it. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's tempting. It's just under $60 for the whole.
Yeah, Ram, I agree. I don't think it's. I think this is probably as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's worthwhile just for the acting.
Yeah.
I mean, if I hadn't made a big purchase yesterday, I'd be getting it right now. But anyway,
maybe I'll nab it one of these days.
Yeah. Shout Factory to my wish list.
Whatever happened to Gary Sandy? He disappeared after that, didn't he? Andy.
Yeah,
Trout?
you mean Andy?
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. There's there's I don't know. I'm trying to find something on him. Yeah, because he was cool. I mean, I don't know. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, nice hair.
He sure did, man. Oh no, wait. He did some other stuff. Didn't he do something else? I've seen him in something else. He was in Troll in 1986. He was on Murder, She Wrote. Gary Sandy biography, IMDb. Let's see where we can find trivia. He went to Southdale Elementary School in Kettering, Ohio. He was nominated for a 1989 Joseph Jefferson Award for actor in a principal role in a musical for The Music Man at the Drury Lane Theater in Oak Brook, Illinois. What do you know about that?
Huh. Jefferson. Great things.
It's all about the Jeffersons. Why can't I can't even find his filmography.
Neither can he.
Oh, snap. He was 5'10" and a half. So he was born in 45 in Dayton, Ohio.
45.
Yeah. He was on As the World Turns and Another World. Somerset.
Andy Travis is 75?
Is he what?
Andy Travis is 75?
I'd say yes.
Oh my gosh.
I would say yes.
Wow. I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, that's like
He looks
Daryl
like
Hall. Daryl Hall's 70. What's he? 73. I don't know why Daryl Hall always comes to mind whenever anybody starts talking about 70-year-olds. Yeah, he's 74. He was born the year after. The year after Gary. In Pennsylvania. So yeah, no, crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. So yeah, this Saturday. I mean, shall we wrap it up for tonight?
Yeah. Wait, one last thing.
Yeah, guest spots and theater plays. Yes, exactly.
Remember Tony Basil from Hey Mickey?
Mm-hmm.
She is 77.
Yeah.
So
She's
she was
amazing.
around 38, 39 when she made that video.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Oh, nice. Very good, DJ. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Damn it. Although I have to admit, typos make it funny though.
Huh?
Damn it. That's great. I love it.
I love that show so much. I might give
Me
it
too. That's why I
That
think
was really one of my favorite shows.
DJC and I are in the same boat there, man. It's like, man, I don't know, man. There was some great acting, a lot of fun. You know, wait, DJC, do yourself a favor and look up FM. I would say if you're going to go ahead and pay that kind of money and get FM as well at the same time and watch it first, then watch WKRP because they were like because of one another. I should get a commission. Just let me meet.
Why don't we get an affiliate link to Amazon for the show, and then every show we just push movies and music.
We could do that. We could do that. You know, last night I put in. Oh, that's cool.
Hey, Lance, Fred Berry was born here in St. Louis.
Huh.
Rerun. What a great name. Rerun.
I know, that was great. A good show. That's a good show.
Wasn't that didn't it come back with What's Happening Now? It came back with another show years later.
Yeah. Yeah. You remind me of so many cool things. I'm like, yeah, you're right.
I don't think Cheryl was on there, was she?
She was great.
I don't think Mom was on there either. I think
she was what you would have to call the show's villain.
By the way, speaking of Hey Mickey, there's the video we all know, which by the way, I found out the cheerleaders were actually high school cheerleaders that she saw at an event.
Wow.
Yeah, so they were actual high school cheerleaders.
But then there's a naughtier version, isn't there?
And then the outfit she's wearing is her high school uniform.
Hot diggity.
And then I saw a second version, which she was doing some show.
Mm-hmm. It was European, wasn't it?
I think it was in England. Yeah. And then I just ran across a third version of that song, a third video of it.
Wow.
Oh, it's odd. The third video doesn't use the original song. I mean, it sounds very similar. You can't tell too much difference, but it's not the original.
Right. Wow.
All right. I think that'll do it here.
Yeah. The Lockers. What is the Lockers? I have to know what that is first. Is that a band?
Maybe that's the dance group.
The dance group. The Lockers with Fred Berry.
Man, I think I might pay to see a video of Tony Basil and Fred Berry's dancing together. What a weird sight that would be.
All I know is our chat is like a puzzle. We just put different pieces together. Wait, what was that? Okay, that goes with this. This goes. Okay, that goes there. Mm.
Yeah, I have to figure out. Wait, this comment was for what we said over here.
I need. I'm going to be posting. I got to post on that. I got to do Checking Out the Checkout Girl. That's one of the other old songs I love. Checking Out the Checkout Girl. Okay, so Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Come back. Check us out.
Saturday, same time.
With Dace.
7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern.
What do I know the name Dace from? Some other place. What do I know that from?
I don't know, but when I went to send a message through Twitter, I typed Dace and it autocorrected to Dave. So I went back and typed Dace, and for some reason, it literally autocorrected a second time, which it never does. And then I didn't even notice. And then he goes, "Congratulations for being like the 10 millionth person to call me Dave instead of Dace."
And you're like,
corrected it.
what do I win?
Oh, yeah.
I want a prize.
And specifically for our
Nurse Baker and MASH.
what?
Season 4, episode 18.
Really? Yeah.
Papa Pete,
6 degrees. Of,
I'm going to start calling you Plethora Pete. You just have the plethora of knowledge.
and for our one viewer in the Atlantic time zone, Papa Pete, 9 p.m.
9 p.m.
That's a very odd time zone. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I feel stupid. I had no idea Canada snuck in another time zone there.
Leave it to Canada.
And then I think, what's it Pete was saying? I think, was it Newfoundland or some other place in Canada has a time zone that goes by the half hour.
What's he saying? Sorry, I'm lying. Why are you saying?
How about Tony Basil?
Is he lying about that? It's the wrong episode, maybe.
Oh yes, and to our Newfoundland fans,
Newfoundland.
9:30 on Saturday
See,
night.
again, we put the wrong piece in the wrong puzzle spot.
What's going on with Newfoundland? Why is that half hour?
What's up with Newfoundland? Let's call them. Oh, and Cincy. Far out. Well, thanks for all the talk and all the awesome stuff to talk about tonight.
Yeah, we wanted to try. We wanted to come in this time without a specific,
No agenda.
yeah, and just see where it went. I think this was pretty fun.
I think it was a lot of fun.
This is basically the last half hour of our show all the time, anyway.
Yes, exactly.
Because once we talk about the episode, whatever we're talking about, the last half of the show, it's just nothing but a free for all like this.
Exactly. Do tell us what some of the, I'll say it too again. Let us know what some of the things are that you're going to be playing in 2021. Things that things you're looking forward to, and also if you haven't checked out that Astro Smash video with Tommy and John playing, it's really fun. It's really cool. It's 11 and a half minutes or so. It's just a quick little video about the Astro Smash game, and it's really cool. DJC, if you come back on Saturday, if you put in an order today, you might have that stuff by then. Let me know if you got the FM. It's a great watch. It's got some classic actors in it, people that you've seen. And again, there's a lot of cameos in that. There's a cameo by Ario Speedwagon, Linda Ronstadt, Tom Petty, and why can't I say his name? Mr. Margaritaville.
Jimmy Buffett?
Jimmy Buffett. In fact, they're putting in a Margaritaville where we go in Florida. They're going to tear down a bunch of current standing buildings, and they're going to put in a Margaritaville.
Buffett restaurant in Alabama where we were?
Is not in MASH. I was just being an ass, as in the old ass gamer.
How do you ban people on StreamYard? See you, Pete.
Been good knowing you. Bye.
I'll see you in MASH. I was in episode 2.
See you in After MASH. When it's canceled.
I could have swore there was a Jimmy Buffett restaurant in Alabama. Like we were at the.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't there? Yeah, I think there was.
I think there was. I think there is. I mean,
I forgot what it was called.
yeah, like Pete's saying before we kill him, the Margaritaville there in Orlando. We were standing next to it. There was one there in Universal, and we were right there by it, but we didn't go in. These are my cart. I had to pull the trigger on a few. Yeah, I'm serious though. If you're going to get WKRP, you got to get FM. You will not be upset. If you feel like pushing it, go ahead and order the soundtrack.
Hmm.
The soundtrack is killer. But again, it's only about half of the songs. I made my own version that has all the songs. So, but it's Alex, is it Alex or Alec Karras? It's Alex Karras, right?
Alex Karras, yeah, the football
Alex. Yeah.
player. And Webster's
Alex,
there.
yeah, Alex Karras is in it. Martin Mull, Cleavon Little. The lead guy, I always forget his name, but he was great. And they have a good interview with him on the Blu-ray version. So DJC, if you're going to order the FM movie, just go ahead and get the Blu-ray version.
See, this is karma here. Pete punks us, and then his wife,
The
Yeah.
dead.
yeah,
dead up.
got the switch power, and now he's got to go take a charger upstairs.
Mhm.
Serve you right.
Yeah.
Pete's got to get himself a switch, man.
He's got to do it. I did it.
You can't have one switch and one copy of Animal Crossing. It doesn't work out.
No. Nope. Nope. You've proven it at your house. I proved it at mine.
J.W. Durbin, you are correct. The Hampshire Arcade Archive series is amazing.
What is that?
This Japanese company called Hamster, they have brought, dozens and dozens of arcade games.
That's the one I was just talking about earlier, right?
Yeah.
The
Well, no, these are individual games. Is that what you're talking about, or a collection?
No, I'm talking. You know what it was? Wait, was it Terra?
Nova?
Terra no.
Isn't that the name of a shooter?
Terra Force.
Terra Force. Okay.
Is that they made that?
I don't know about
on-
that, but
It's on Shmuptopia.
they have
And
put out a ton of just old arcade games.
Yeah, I just remember their logo coming up when I watched one of those videos on Shmuptopia.
I bought Kangaroo. That's a lot of
Kangaroo.
fun. Yeah,
Wow.
that was an arcade game. That was a lot of fun. It's just neat 'cause I never got a chance to play it in the arcades.
Totally gonna have to check that out because I remember Hamster, the logo coming up.
Hmm. Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
check out the go to Deku Deals and just that show up. I guess they have every game, don't they? You could just type in arcade archives and you'll probably see like 60
Yeah.
games show up. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was it was that Terra Force that he did.
God, Switch is sold out. What the heck?
Mm.
Crazy how that system is selling.
Yeah, DJC, I had to get the I was talking with a woman at GameStop when I finally got mine, and she was like, "Well, we have a bundle pack out there," so I bought the bundle pack, and it was awesome. And then one of the videos that I did, Jeff has done so many more than I have. One of the videos I did was the unboxing of that of the case for it too, for the Switch. That's really, really cool. What was the name of the company? I can't remember. Why can't I remember the name of it? Orsley. The Orsley pack. It's a bundle pack with a case in it, and it comes with a extra charging cable and headphones, and it's got a little case you can put your cartridges in. But it also has inside the case, it also comes with the grip for your game unit to pop into. But it also, inside the case, it's got a mesh flap that holds your game cartridges too.
This is the grip I have for my Switch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's by Satisfy. I don't know if you can read that.
Oh, okay. Satisfying.
Terrible. Well, there you
Oh,
go.
there you go. That's it.
But the reason why I like this one is it's I don't know if you can tell, but it's not symmetric.
Oh,
This side has a thicker handle than this side.
interesting.
And the reason is because of the positioning of the sticks.
Right.
So they force your right hand out further because you're closer to it. So they push it out just a little bit,
Very interesting.
which is pretty cool.
Pretty cool. So yeah, so check that out. It's pretty
DJ
cool.
I know a lot of people didn't like Yoshi, but I love that game. I thought it was really good.
I've never played that. Never played.
Yeah, a lot of people, it's too easy. And it's
Oh.
not a difficult game, but if you want to collect everything, there's a ton there to do.
Right. I was going to say it's still fun, I would imagine.
It's the graphics are awesome. The music's really good. The gameplay is fun. I enjoyed it. I beat it, but there's like so many. I could go back in there and probably play another 20, 30 hours just trying to beat everything.
Wow.
So there's plenty to do.
Wow.
All right. You ready to take off?
Yeah, I'll get rolling and do a little practicing. I'm
Rehearsing.
fading
All right.
out. See if I can get anything else done.
All right. All right,
So-
guys. Thanks for stopping by for our free for all. We're going to do this again because I really like this format.
Yeah. It's good. It's good because we have some great interactive people that are freaking brilliant.
What makes it? If we had no one showing up for chat, this would be really boring.
Yeah, you guys are brilliant. Thank you so much, Pete. Thank you, DJC. Thank you, Durbin, JW Durbin, and of course, my longtime brother on this, Lance. Lance in my head Jennings.
Papa Pete says, "Watch MASH."
Yeah, I'd love to at least watch those first 2 seasons again
I'm with you.
sometime soon. I could do that.
All right. That's it. We'll take off.
Go game gone.
Gone.
Have a good one.